woman she has ever worked for.
This is the first day of the job, and you should have seen how Mrs. Wilcox treated.
I met the woman for a few moments, and Miss Wilcox seems to be one of the sweetest old ladies I've ever come across.
You were never under her thumb.
As we entered the kitchen, I heard Beatrice tell Connie, and I quote, "The old windbag got her just desserts." So you see, it's obviously clear that one of these two murdered Miss Wilcox, and probably the others. In fact, I think Beatrice and Connie are in it together.
I am not a murderer.
I was suspecting. About my employer. I'd like to hear what your little minions have to say when you're not around.
How do we know Beatrice and Connie are telling the truth?
I have been working at Wilcox's Western Bed and Breakfast for almost 20 years. Do you really think I would have waited this long if I wanted to murder Mrs. Wilcox?
She has a point.
Well, maybe tonight we just... snapped.
Well, why were you in the kitchen anyway? Aren't the three of you staying in 3 separate rooms?
Molly and Minnie don't speak, and they need me to translate their action into words.
A likely story.
Oh,
Does no good to stand here and blame one another. Now, Neil, Molly, and Minnie, go back to your room. Stay put this time. Fine.
We'll finish up in the kitchen. Hopefully no one will decide to spy on us.
come on, Connie.
Oh, come on.
Connie!
Let's hope that's the last instruction of the evening. Frankie! Oh, now what?
This is urgent. I was sitting in my room trying to get some writing done in peace and quiet. I had to move from the lumpy chair by the bed to the even lumpier chair by the window. It looks softer, but looks can be deceiving, let me tell you. I'll have to put that in my review.
Joel, you said this was urgent?
Yes, anyway, when I moved to the chair by the window, I noticed I could faintly hear voices coming from Robert's room. His room is right next to mine, and I thought I could hear voices coming from the heating vent by the window.
Was Robert talking about the murders?
I don't know. I couldn't make out words, only voices.
So what is it about that?
Notice I said voices, plural. Robert has someone in his room with him.
Who?
I don't know, but we know it can't be his wife.
Why not?
She's in the freezer.
Remember that little incident with the rifle pumpkin?
Right. Should I do?
Go and see who Robert has in his room, okay?
Good idea.
I don't like this situation one bit.
I'm sure there's a logical explanation for why Robert had someone in the room with him.
There hasn't been anything logical going on all week.
Look what I found in Robert's room.
Who's there?
You want me to see your guns?
Who are you doing in Robert's room?
Well,
No, don't say a word. It's none of your business what we were doing in my room.
You were told to stay in your own room.
do you realize how suspicious this was? What's so suspicious about this? We were only having a little conversation though.
You don't think that there's anything suspicious about 2 people these Falcons have just been murdered getting together for a secret conversation?
No.
All kind of murderous plan is in the works.
That sounds like an accusation.
It is an accusation! How dare you accuse me of murder?
You wouldn't be accused of anything, you just stayed in your own rooms like you were told to.
Doesn't anyone follow directions anymore?
Lola, what are you doing for 2x4?
Oh, Freddie, I'm so sorry to startle you. I'm here on business.
business?
Yes, I was sitting in my room with nothing to do on account of my missing link. And then it struck me like lightning. I should help you catch the murderer. I'll be your assistant.
Freddie already has an assistant.
Who?
Me.
Oh.
The girl is carrying a giant board.
It's for protection, of course. You don't think I'm gonna let some murderer murder me with my own knitting needle, do you?
It wouldn't bother me. You're too funny, darling.
No, I'd whack that murderer right in the head before he even got close.
That's it. We can't have everyone in and out of the rooms like this, and carrying weapons, no less. Someone is going to get hurt.
Or murdered.
Susie and Robert, the two of you get the other guests and bring them out here. We need to have a bed and breakfast meeting.
Hold it.
Stefan, you haven't been our new friends, have you? You're helping us help Freddie.
Hello, everyone.
We need to figure out who the murderer is before anyone else, well, murders. Cutting me up in that freezer with 3 of us. I can imagine trying to squeeze another body in there.
Yes, well, let's see. I haven't heard from this side of the audience. What's going on now? Really no one? At all. Great, let's move on. How about over here? What's going on now?
There's a meeting.
A meeting?
I like this side better.
I wonder what they're going to discuss. Let's see, shall we?
Yes. You really love side, you need to pay attention.
And resume.
Beatrice, honey, could you come out here for a minute, please? What is the meaning of this? A bed and breakfast meeting? Take a seat, Neil.
I haven't been any more rooms, I swear it.
Thank you. Now, I've called you out here all to discuss something important. After supper, you asked to return to your rooms and stay put. And none of you listened.
Well, some of us were dragged out here against our will.
Well, some of us thought we had reason to drag us up here against their will.
Oh, I know you have reasons. What you have to understand is that 3 people have been murdered. We don't know if the murderer will strike again.
And the murderer is someone in this room.
Well, if you ask me, it was Beatrice or Connie, or maybe even both. We overheard them talking and then...
Yes, we know. Some of you suspect each other, and for good reason. I think the best thing to do is to air out all of our suspicions. Who knows, it may help Freddie get closer to discovering who the murderer is.
Yes, I think that's a good idea. Can I start? You may have the floor, Joel.
As I told Freddie and Christine a moment ago, while I was in my room, I heard Suzanne having a private conversation with Robert.
And what's so suspicious about that? You were only having a conversation.
You were found together when you were told to stay in your own room.
That sounds mighty suspicious to me. Did anyone ever think that you two were murdered together? Isn't it funny that shortly after your husband was found staring with another woman, he winds up dead?
Well, if you really want to know the truth, Stefan and I weren't even a couple anymore.
Is he telling the truth?
I'm afraid so.
Don't look so shocked, everyone. Stefan and I were married for business purposes only. We acted together as a pair. We needed each other for our careers to survive. I wasn't upset when I found him with Connie. You think I was in love with him?
You sure seem mighty angry, eh?
It's called acting. I found Stefan with plenty of women over the years, and he's found me with plenty of men. Our marriage was purely for show. Since we had already established ourselves as husband and wife acting duo, by the time our marriage crumbled, we decided to remain together. You can't very well keep the slogan partners on stage and off if the audiences don't believe you're a couple.